Today is Wednesday, December 16, the 18th day of Advent. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from John 5. Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish feasts. In Jerusalem, near the sheep gate, is a pool. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie down. One person was there who had not been able to walk for 38 years. Jesus saw him lying there. He knew that the man had been in that condition for a long time. So he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" "Sir," the disabled man replied, "I have no one to help me into the pool when an angel stirs up the water. I try to get in, but someone else always goes down ahead of me." Then Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." The man was healed right away. He picked up his mat and walked. That's from the first 9 verses of John 5. Jesus loved to ask questions. Some were innocent enough, like, "Will you get me some water?" as he asked the Samaritan woman in yesterday's devotion. Sometimes he used questions to get people to leave him alone, like the time he asked the Jewish establishment, "Where did John get his authority, from man or from God?" Some were meant to help his listeners probe deeper into his identity as the Son of God, like when he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" Others, like the one in our text, seems to ask the man to probe himself, but it was really a setup. The question does seem a bit strange, but the setting helps us get a handle on it. John tells us that Jesus went up to Jerusalem, the city of peace. He went there to celebrate one of the Jewish feasts, which are always times of joy, celebrating God's great work of deliverance in the past. John doesn't specify which feast, so that is not important. But it brings us to a pool named Bethesda, which means house of mercy. So to recap, the setting is peace, joy, mercy. We are expecting a happy story. Instead, we are told that this pool is surrounded by a great number of disabled people. Jesus focuses our attention on one person who has been lying there for 38 years. That's a long time by anyone's reckoning. We might want to know about the magical nature of this pool. How is it that only the first person who touches the pool after it gets stirred gets healed? Was it really an angel of the Lord who stirred the pool? But Jesus does not oblige our curiosity. He wants us to focus on this person lying there for the past 38 years. How many times has he seen the water stirred and not been able to touch it because someone else got there faster? Has he given up hope? Has he given in to his condition and expects to live out his life begging for scraps from passing feastgoers? Why does Jesus ask, "Do you want to get well?" Some suggest that Jesus wanted to know if the man had any hope left. Then Jesus would heal him. Others have suggested that Jesus wanted to expose for the man that he had become comfortable in his paralysis and did not really want to get better. The man needed to take responsibility for himself. Anyone who has suffered from long-term illness knows that these are real issues. But I don't think they are part of this story. The man doesn't really answer Jesus' question. He just says, "Hey man, what I want doesn't really matter. I can't get to the pool. I won't get healed." The man's got nothing. But Jesus heals him anyway. His mercy is free. He comes to bring it to those who are without hope. He comes to bring it to those who don't expect it anymore. Are you looking for God's mercy? Are you trying to figure out how to answer Jesus' question? The answer isn't important. The important thing is that Jesus brings mercy wherever he goes. And so on my ornament for today, I am simply going to write the word mercy. As for something to do, be ready to receive mercy, especially when God brings it through an unexpected person. Is it possible that God wants to use you to bring us mercy to someone not expecting it? As you go on, go with the blessing of God. May the mercy of the Lord Christ go with you. wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May your day end with rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May you rest in his provision as he brings night and then new dawn.